Hello, my name is Ed. This is another amateur anime review. This time I have Coyote Ragtime Show. The way I found out about this show was completely by accident. I was downtown and I went into a used record store that I used to go to a lot, but I haven't been to for a while. So I walked in there and I'm just kind of like browsing through like some of their new releases, or not new releases, but new things they were acquired or whatever. And I saw this, and just the title caught my eye. It just seemed kind of weird and quirky or whatever. And it was pretty cheap, so I took a chance on it and I bought it, and I enjoyed it. So later on, I ordered the rest of the episodes online or whatever. So it's basically a roughly 12 episode series that was originally aired, I guess, in 2008. It's distributed in North America by Funimation. The show was directed by, and I apologize because as always, I'm going to mess up people's names, Taikuya no Neka. The story director was Matsuri Osei, and the character designs were by Tomonori Sudo and Jun Shibata. The main characters are Mista, Franca, Inspector Burns, and Mother Marciano. Basically, Coyote Ragtime Show is more or less, I would say, kind of a light-hearted action adventure science fiction show. The premise is basically Mister is this kind of con man outlaw type guy who breaks out of prison, and his whole mission is he reassembles his crew because he wants to look after and take care of the daughter of one of his old buddies named Bruce, who's died, and that daughter is Franca, and he also wants to help her find the treasure or the legacy that Bruce has left behind for her. Of course, most of the characters in the show reasonably assume that this is money or something from the last big job that Bruce was planning to pull off. However, it's strongly hinted at from the very beginning that it's probably something more than just money or something that's a little bit more valuable. Now, Mister is being pursued by Inspector Burns, who's this sexy federal agent who's been chasing him for the last several years, following him, I should say. And now that he's out of jail, she's chasing him again along with her assistant. Now, while she's chasing him, Mister's crew is also being hounded by Mother Marciano, who's this kind of like organized crime boss, and she has these, I guess, android assassins working for her called the 12 Sisters. And so they want, of course, the money or whatever Bruce's treasure is, and also Marciano wants to settle an old score with Mister. Now, while all this is happening, this is going to come to a head on the planet Graceland, and what's going on there is there's this conflict between the government and these kind of insurgent terrorist people, and if a peace treaty isn't reached by a certain date, like by the end of the week or whatever it is, a bomb is going to go off that's going to destroy most of the planet. So it's fun for everyone. So Mister has to not only avoid Inspector Burns, avoid Marciano and her hit squad. He also has to find the treasure or whatever before the bomb blows up and everybody dies. So there you go. For the most part, I really, really, really enjoyed the series. It's fun, it's lighthearted, it's quick paced. I like the character designs. I like the personality of most of the characters. The animation's pretty good, and it's just fun. It's just a fun show. I did have a problem with some of the writing, just because there's certain points where characters' motivations seem to change for no good reason. There's certain things that are like thrown in there where you think, okay, would somebody really build a contraption like this? Or would somebody really react this way? Or would this really happen? Or, you get the feeling that the writers and the animators put that in there just because it would look cool on screen. Having said that, most of it does succeed in looking cool on screen. Um, I really had fun with the character of Mister. I really dig the fact they had this dude in there who's this kind of big, burly, cigar smoking, macho type character. Yet at the same time, he comes across as very likable and actually very kind of fun loving. And you understand why the characters in the movie feel a sense of loyalty to him and why other characters feel a certain sort of attraction to him. And I think it works on that level. I also like some of the bad guys. I really dug the whole thing with with the 12 sisters. I just like the look of the characters. They have this kind of sort of I guess pseudo Victorian goth type thing going on. But for me, it worked. Let's see, or what else? Um, I think maybe if you're a fan of something like Cowboy Bebop, you might enjoy this show. I don't think this show is anywhere near as good as that show. Cowboy Bebop is a very, 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 super intelligent show. It's very well written. I think the homages and the references and things that go on that show, I think the kind of, for lack of a better term, multiculturalism that they were able to intertwine all the plots and things, just set it above, most shows of a similar type. But like I said, this show, like I said, it has a similar vibe to it, and I think it's well done for what it is, and I think it's very enjoyable. Okay, I guess that's it. Thank you for listening. If you have any comments, please feel free to leave them there. And thanks, and have a good day.